Introduction: The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Welcome back. Do you believe a single tiny habit can change your life? James Clear begins Atomic Habits with his own story. In 2003, a baseball accident shattered his skull. Doctors weren't sure he'd survive. Recovery was slow. But through small, consistent habits, waking up on time, training carefully, studying daily, he rebuilt his life. Years later, he became a top student and one of the world's leading voices on habits. His message? Small changes don't just add up, they compound. Let's walk through this book together. By the end, you'll have the tools to rewrite your life, one small habit at a time. Chapter 1. The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. If you improve by just 1% each day, you'll be 37 times better in a year. That's the power of compound growth. But decline works the same way. Get 1% worse daily and you'll slide into failure without even noticing. Picture an airplane. Shift its nose just 3.5 degrees and instead of New York, it lands in Washington, D.C. Tiny changes today shape your future. Change feels slow at first. It's like heating ice. Nothing happens until it hits 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it melts. Progress is hidden until the breakthrough. Here's the golden rule. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Chapter 2. How habits shape identity and vice versa. Real change isn't about goals. It's about identity. There are 3 layers of change. Outcomes. What you want, like losing weight or saving money. Processes. What you do, like exercising or budgeting. Identity. Who you believe you are. Most people work outside in chasing outcomes, but lasting change starts inside out, with identity. Imagine 2 smokers offered a cigarette. One says, "I'm trying to quit." The other says, "I'm not a smoker." The second has shifted their identity. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. Run once, you're voting to be an athlete. Save $1, you're voting to be financially disciplined. So ask yourself, who do you want to become? Your identity drives your habits, and your habits shape your life. Chapter 3. How to build better habits in 4 steps. Every habit follows a loop. Cue, the trigger. Craving, the desire. Response, the action. Reward, the benefit. For example, a notification triggers an urge. You check your phone. You feel satisfaction. Your brain remembers this loop and repeats it. Good and bad habits use the same cycle. That's why bad habits stick. They reward your brain. Here's the secret. To build good habits, make the cue obvious, the craving attractive, the response easy, and the reward satisfying. To break bad habits, reverse this process. Chapter 4. The first law. Make it obvious. Habits thrive in the shadows. To change them, make cues visible. Create a habit scorecard. Write down all your daily habits. Mark them as positive, negative, or neutral. Awareness is the first step. Use an implementation intention. Be specific. I will exercise at 6 p.m. in the living room for 20 minutes. Try habit stacking. Attach new habits to existing ones. After brushing my teeth, I'll meditate for 1 minute. Design your environment. Don't rely on willpower. Place fruit on the counter. Keep a guitar in the room. Put a book on your pillow. Your environment shapes you more than your motivation. Chapter 5. The best way to start a new habit. The secret to starting? Clarity. Most people fail not from lack of motivation, but from vague intentions. An implementation intention gives your brain a plan. I will read for 10 minutes at 9 p.m. in my bedroom. Habit stacking makes it stronger. After I pour my coffee, I'll write 1 sentence. Research shows that when people commit to specific times and places, over 90% follow through. Don't wait for motivation. Design clarity. Once the when and where are obvious, the how becomes easy. Chapter 6. Motivation is overrated. Environment matters more. We often think failure comes from weak willpower. James Clear says it's not motivation, it's environment. Consider this hospital story. In Boston, researchers wanted people to drink less soda. Instead of speeches or posters, they rearranged the cafeteria. They placed bottled water in more visible spots. Soda sales dropped. Water sales rose. No pep talk. just design. Why does environment shape behavior? If your phone's on the desk, you'll grab it. If cookies are on the counter, you'll eat them. But if your phone's in another room and fruit is visible, your choices shift effortlessly. As Clear says, environment is the invisible hand that shapes behavior. Here's how to use this. Make good habits obvious. Place a book on your pillow or shoes by the door. Make bad habits invisible. Hide junk food or unplug the TV. Prime your environment. Keep a guitar in the living room or water in every room. You don't rise to your motivation. You fall to your environment. Chapter 7. The secret to self-control. We admire people with iron will, but most aren't stronger. They're smarter about design. Take this Vietnam example. During the war, 20% of U.S. soldiers became addicted to heroin. The government feared a crisis. But when they returned home, almost all quit. No rehab, no therapy. Why? The environment changed. Without cues, the craving disappeared. Why does willpower fail? It's like a muscle. It tires. If temptation is always near, you'll eventually give in. The best solution? Remove the temptation altogether. Here are practical tips. Avoid cues. Don't keep alcohol or snacks at home. Change your environment. Keep your phone out of the bedroom. Maintain a clean workspace. Don't rely on willpower. Make bad choices hard. Unplug the TV or freeze your credit card. The disciplined people you admire, they've removed temptation. Self-control isn't about resisting. It's about redesigning. Chapter 8. How to make a habit stick. Habits don't form through motivation. They form through repetition. Athletes don't train only when inspired. Writers don't wait for the mood. They show up. Each repetition wires the brain stronger. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Planning and researching, that's motion. Only action creates change. Reading about workouts isn't a workout. Writing one sentence is. Don't wait for perfection. Start messy. Consider this photography story. One group was graded on photo quantity, another on quality. In the end, the quantity group produced the best work because repetition created mastery. The message: don't wait, do reps. Habits stick through frequency, not inspiration. Chapter 9. Family and friends. Shape your habits. We inherit more than genes. We inherit habits. Humans crave belonging. If your friends smoke, you're likely to smoke. If co-workers work late, you'll work late. If your family eats healthily, you will too. 3 groups shape us: close, family, and friends. Many the tribe or community, powerful leaders, mentors, influencers. We mirror those around us. Often belonging feels more important than improvement. Here's the strategy. Join tribes where your desired habit is the norm. Fitness groups, book clubs, faith circles, financial communities. Habits stick when they help you belong. Ask yourself, who do you spend the most time with? Do their habits pull you forward or hold you back? Chapter 10. Find and fix the root of bad habits. Breaking bad habits isn't about willpower. It's about solving the cause. Habits are solutions. You bite your nails because of anxiety. Eat junk when stressed. Procrastinate out of fear. Bad habits aren't random, they're coping mechanisms. Every habit follows a loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. To break it, don't just suppress the response. Replace it with a healthier one. For example, stress at work triggers a craving for comfort. You eat cookies and feel relief. Redesign it. Take a walk, call a friend, or journal instead. Same craving. Better solution. Start with awareness. Try the habits scorecard. List your daily habits. Mark them as positive, negative, or neutral. Awareness exposes the patterns. Consider Captain Sully. He landed a failing plane safely because he trained his habits for years. When life tests us, we fall back on habits, good or bad. The lesson: bad habits aren't flaws, they're misdirected solutions. Find the craving. Replace the response, rewrite the loop. Chapter 11. Walk slowly but never backward. Ever started a habit, got excited, then quit when results didn't show? Progress is often invisible at first. James Clear calls this the plateau of latent potential. Like heating ice. Nothing happens until 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it melts. Habits work the same way. Silent effort, then sudden breakthrough. The challenge: bad habits feel rewarding now. Good habits don't. That's why we quit too soon. The trick: make good habits immediately satisfying. Track workouts with a calendar. Crossing off days feels rewarding. Save money in a fun fund. Enjoy small wins. Pair reading with tea or a cozy blanket. The ritual becomes the reward. Think of loyalty cards. Each stamp keeps you coming back. Small rewards fuel consistency. The big message: consistency matters more than speed. A 1% daily gain compounds into transformation. Don't quit tomorrow. Walk slowly, but never backward. Chapter 12. The cardinal rule of behavior change. What is rewarded is repeated. What is punished is avoided. We brush our teeth because it feels fresh now, not for future cavity prevention. We check phones, eat junk, or procrastinate because the rewards are instant. But most good habits pay off only later. That's the problem. The solution? Make good habits rewarding today. Track habits. Streaks feel good. Pair with pleasure. Listen to a podcast while running or enjoy tea after studying. Reinforce identity. Say, I'm a reader, or I'm an athlete. Consider the paperclip strategy. A stockbroker moved paperclips from one jar to another for each call. The visual progress was its own reward. The key lesson: adults are just like kids. We repeat what feels good. Choose rewards that align with your identity. Not donuts after workout, but pride, music, or progress charts. If you want it to last, make it satisfying in the moment. Chapter 13. How to stick with good habits every day. Starting isn't the problem. Continuing is. The solution? Make habits so easy you can't say no. James Clear's 2-minute rule: shrink habits to under 2 minutes. Want to read? Start with 1 page. Want to run? Put on your shoes. Want to meditate? Take 2 breaths. Once you start, momentum carries you forward. Next, use rituals and stacking. Anchor new habits to old ones. Floss after brushing, journal after coffee, stretch after your alarm, then shape your environment. Keep a guitar in the living room, water on your desk, TV unplugged. Environment drives behavior. Finally, focus on identity. If you're trying to run, you'll quit. If you are a runner, skipping feels wrong. Habits stick when they express who you are. Make it tiny, make it ritual, make it identity. That's how habits stay. Chapter 14. How to break the chain of bad habits. Why do bad habits cling? They're obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. The fix: reverse the 4 laws. Make them invisible. Remove cues, hide snacks, log out of apps, silence notifications, make them unattractive. Reframe: smoking steals my lungs. Binging steals my time. Make them difficult. Add friction, log out of apps, delete saved cards, add steps. Make them unsatisfying. Add pain, use accountability, social pressure, or put money at stake. Convenience feeds habits. Inconvenience starves them. Breaking habits isn't about discipline, it's about design. Hide cues, reframe stories, add friction, make failure costly. That's how you break the loop. Chapter 15. The cardinal rule, revisited. Good habits hurt now but pay off later. Bad habits feel good now but cost us later. This mismatch explains why change is hard. The solution? Shift rewards and costs into the present. Make good habits satisfying now. Play music at the gym. Use charts for savings. Create small rituals after progress. Make bad habits costly now. Use public commitments, accountability partners, or put money on the line. Habit tracking shines here. Visible progress feels rewarding. Accountability raises the pain of failure. James Clear reminds us in the long run, habits shape your life. But in the short run, they survive on emotion, not logic. Celebrate small wins, attach instant rewards to good habits, add instant costs to bad ones. Do this and your habits won't just survive, they'll stick. Chapter 16. How to stick with good habits every day. Starting habits is easy. Keeping them alive? That's the hard part. James Clear's solution is simple but powerful. Habit tracking. Every time you complete a habit, mark it. Use a check mark, tally, or streak. It works because progress becomes visible, and marking it down feels like a reward. Here's the Seinfeld story. Comedian Jerry Seinfeld used a wall calendar. Each day he wrote, he marked an X soon. The X's formed a chain. His only rule, don't break the chain. Never miss twice. Slipping happens, missing once is fine. Missing twice starts a new habit. The habit of not doing it. Keep it simple. Use a sticky note, notebook, or app, whatever you'll actually use. Tracking isn't about perfection. It's about momentum. Each checkmark says, I'm the kind of person who shows up. Tracking isn't just data. It's identity. The rule, don't break the chain. And if you do, never miss twice. Chapter 17. How an accountability partner can change everything. We show up more when someone's watching. That's accountability. Humans crave approval and fear embarrassment. Tie your habits to your reputation and they're harder to abandon. Consider the weightlifting club. Lifters trained together. Missing meant being noticed. Showing up meant encouragement. The habit wasn't just about strength, it was about belonging. Accountability flips temptation. Normally, temptation pulls you toward bad habits. Accountability makes you more tempted to avoid shame than to skip your habit. Here are tools that work. Find a partner. Join a group. Go public with your goal. Try a commitment contract. For example, miss a workout, pay $50. When others see you as the runner or the reliable one, you rise to that identity. Alone, habits fade. With accountability, they thrive. Chapter 18. The truth about talent and lasting results. Talent matters, but not as much as habits. Genes set the starting line. Habits decide how far you go. The Goldilocks rule. We stay motivated when challenges are just right, not too easy, not too hard. That's why habits work. Small, steady steps keep us engaged. Identity beats results. Every habit is a vote for who you are. Write, you're a writer. Train, you're an athlete. Results matter, but identity lasts longer. Systems over goals. Goals are about outcomes. Systems are about processes. Systems win because they sustain results long after the goal is reached. Habits are compound interest. One workout won't transform you. One page won't make you wise. But repeated, they compound into extraordinary change. Genes may decide the game. Habits decide the score. Closing reflection. After 18 chapters, the message is clear. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Good ones make success inevitable. Bad ones quietly shape failure. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. And systems are just habits repeated. So the question isn't, what do I want to achieve? It's, who do I want to become? Every small action is a vote for your future identity. Start today. Make one small mark. Stay consistent, trust the process, and watch your life transform, one atomic habit at a time.